so you support ICE removing them?
No. I support the condemnation, as you said, of a rapist. You know, there are white rapists, there are black rapists, there are
white immigrant rapists as well.
Okay, but again, there are rapists of different colors.
Why does the color matter when it comes to rape?
You just made it about you just made it
No,
about
you did.
color. No, you did. You said ICE.
You brought up white rapists.
Okay, because you said that immigrants rape. Right? So white people rape.
I didn't say immigrants rape. I said these immigrants
Okay,
raped.
so those immigrants raped. What about white people that raped?
What about them?
What's up, YouTube? Hope you guys are feeling good. Today, guys, we're back giving a new video, guys. Today, we're going to be checking out shocking college students' opinions about ICE. This is going to be a shocker to you guys. All of us check the video out together. Let's get right into today's video.
Yeah, her patriot voice.
But I do have some questions for you. Yeah. Why would you say you support ICE?
Yeah, because they would get rid of these rapists and murderers that killed American women.
So are all of the immigrants that come into America rapists and killers?
Nope.
Oh, okay, so
let's get rid of these ones? You agree with that?
yeah.
Okay, so you support ICE removing them?
No. I support the condemnation, as you said, of a rapist. You know, there are white rapists, there are black rapists, there are
white immigrant rapists as well.
Okay, but again, there are rapists of different colors.
Why does the color matter when it comes to rape?
You just made it about you just made it.
No,
about
you did.
Color. No, you did. You said ICE.
You brought up white rapists.
Okay, because you said that immigrants rape. Right? So white people rape.
I didn't say immigrants rape. I said these immigrants
Okay,
raped.
So those immigrants raped. What about white people that raped?
What about them?
Are there no condemnations for them?
Absolutely. We're condemning rape as a whole, but if these people wouldn't have been able to enter under Biden's open border policies, these women would still be alive today.
Right. So what about the people who are coming to America for a better life because they were experienced similar situations where they came from?
Yeah, they can come here for a better life. I'm all for legal immigration.
Legal immigration. Okay, so what about, so our president here, his name is Trump. That's a pretty racist man.
How?
How?
Give me an example of his
Watch
racism.
the news.
Give me one example. Just give me one example.
Just watch the news, sweetheart. There are plenty of examples.
Watch the news, sweetheart. Give me one example that he's racist.
Okay, Trump has flat out, flat with the racism.
How?
Comments, concerns.
What comments? Name one comment that he said that was racist.
Okay.
Because if he's racist, I want to know, because I don't want to support a racist.
So you support Trump?
I do, yeah. Can you tell me why he's racist?
She supports Trump.
So we've been sitting here for nearly a minute now, and she has still yet to tell me one thing that Trump has said that's racist.
Okay, so if we're going to be quite honest, I couldn't give you a specific.
I know, you can't.
Oh, no, I'm not done speaking. I couldn't give you a specific because I don't pay attention to idiocy. And
okay.
That's idiocy.
So if you're going to call someone racist, I think you should be able to prove it.
Watch the news.
Pull up a clip where he's racist. Go ahead.
Oh, great. I'm so glad you asked.
It must not have been racist enough to remember, because you have to look it up.
Just watching the round.
How do you guys feel about ICE?
Oh, all of these people are...
Thumbs up for ICE, thumbs down.
People that are against ICE.
I'm asking people. What's wrong with asking people their opinion?
I didn't say anything.
Did you find the racist clip yet?
Wrong with that. I just said that there were people. Majority of them here are against ICE.
How do you know that?
Because I know them.
Okay. Well, he supports ICE.
You support ICE? Which one? You? You support ICE? Oh, okay. I didn't think so.
What does ICE stand for?
Babe.
She don't know.
So you don't support something that you don't even know what it stands for?
Oh, I didn't respond for a reason.
Can you tell me what it stands for?
No, we're gonna go back to the Trump racism.
Right, okay. You can ask me a question if you want.
Why do you have this stance? I mean, obviously it's because of these criminals.
Just part of the reason, yeah.
Okay, but what's the whole reason?
I just don't believe that people should illegally enter the country and be able to take our resources, our jobs, and then rape and kill our women.
Okay.
But I'm all for immigration. I have many, many friends that were legal immigrants, and I totally support doing it the right way. But people that are doing it illegally are not only cutting in line, but they're also actively breaking the law. And every single day that they stay in this country, as an illegal immigrant, they're breaking the law.
Okay, I mean, I agree it is illegal to enter the country illegally, but I think everybody kind of has a issue with the way ICE operates, and I want to ask you, what do you see any issues with the way ICE operates, or do you think the The way they do things is just totally fine.
Are you specifically talking about the situation with Renee Good
We can talk about
that happened last week?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I waited to make a comment on it after I saw multiple video angles, and I think the most telling video angle was the video. Renee Good was somebody who harassed and fought against ICE agents. And I don't know what you were taught growing up, but I was taught don't harass a man with a gun. Don't mess with a guy with a gun. True. And in his angle of the video, the cop, right? It's not smart, especially if you don't have a gun yourself. And on his angle of his point of view, Renee Good actively stepped on the gas and her car physically hit the officer. I've never been in a situation where someone was about to run over me with a car, but you know what? If I think it's between my life and being run over by a car, I'm going to choose my life. And he shot straight ahead, and unfortunately, she lost her life. And she lost her life for nothing.
When you say he shot straight ahead and she unfortunately lost her life, I mean, I think if you shoot a gun, you're shooting to kill. There's no question about it.
But cops are trained to do that.
Yeah.
I would beg to differ. I mean, I think cops should be trained to de-escalate situations, and that should be the last means.
How do you de-escalate somebody trying to run over you with their car?
So I'm not a cop, first and foremost.
Just as a person.
So I mean, I wouldn't put myself in a situation in front of the car to be ran over.
Exactly. Thank you. Exactly.
The cop should have been standing right there, is what I'm saying.
He shouldn't have been standing there.
He should have been standing in front of the car.
Well, he was standing in the road. He asked her multiple times to get out of the car, and she refused. And her wife said, "Drive, baby, drive." And she hit on the gas.
And I could be wrong, but based off of what I saw, I don't believe him asking her to step out of the car was a lawful order.
How is that not a lawful order? When a cop tells you to do something, to step out of the vehicle, she was blocking the road. That's not allowed.
Yeah, but that's not a reason for you to be asking somebody to get out of the.
Why not?
I mean,
when you're illegally blocking a road?
I've never had a cop pull me over and ask me to get out of the car for anything. I mean, even if I'm.
That's good. Have you illegally blocked roads and harassed officers?
No, I'm not that type of person to do that.
Okay, so when a cop asks you to do something, whether you think you're in the right or not, the law will determine at the end of the day. To avoid it escalating and you possibly getting harmed and losing your life, I would just recommend that you comply. And she probably would have been just sent home afterwards.
Possibly, I can agree with that. I think that situation escalated on both ends. But what I can say is, I think the loss of life over an issue where you're checking, it's like it's a very subjective operation that they have going, and that's just in my opinion. Subjective. Like I could say you're doing X, Y, and Z, and then I'm like, okay, let me see your ID, let me start checking this, let me do that. I don't think they should have the authority to do anything with traffic. I don't see why he would be stopping, standing in front of the car, trying to tell her to get out.
Because she was actively harassing them and maybe even was threatening things. I haven't seen every single angle of the video. I've seen most of them, but the one that was most telling was the point of view of the officer where you literally hear the car hit him.
Yeah.
And he goes, whoa.
Body cam did come up,
yep.
right? Yeah.
Well, it wasn't even the body cam. It was actually on his iPhone.
Oh, he recorded on his phone. Oh, they don't wear body cams?
They do, but the one, he was also filming on his phone.
Okay. So let me ask you, do you know why they were there?
Yeah, they were responding to, rounding up some immigrants. That's what I heard.
They were responding to rounding up immigrants.
They were responding to some immigrants that needed to be arrested, I believe.
Okay, and I mean, I want to, if we're going to speak about that, I'd like to know a little bit more information than just immigrants that were they on actual investigation? Were they conducting an investigation? Were they conducting a raid? What exactly?
Yeah, maybe it was a raid. I can't speak on it for sure. I can't say 100%. I probably should educate myself about that. You could agree with me that the men in these photos should have never been allowed in the country, right? Because not only were they illegal, but then they also raped women and murdered them.
Nobody said come through. If you come through illegally, you've obviously jumped a fence you weren't supposed to jump or something like that. You know what I mean? Figuratively speaking. But it's like, I don't know if, and my issue isn't with necessarily these guys being arrested or deported or anything by that, because they did commit a crime, two of them in fact, and one of them being very, I recognize that clearly. But I think this message and the way that it's portrayed by yourself is very outspoken in a sense. And
I am very outspoken.
I see that. There's nothing wrong with being outspoken, but it comes off. I mean, the last lady you interviewed, she definitely brought race into the equation, and that's definitely a factor when it comes to this. It's my question to you.
Who?
How? I'm sorry?
To who cares about race when it comes to illegal immigrants?
I want to get to that point.
Okay.
My thing is, okay, if we're going to conduct operations about trying to stop illegal immigration and get illegal immigrants who are criminals out of the country, how do we go about that in a way that does not cause incidents like that occurred, like we were just talking about?
People just don't do that. Don't harass officers. It's very simple.
I understand that. But what I'm saying is, I don't think that the need is as extreme as it ended up being. I'm saying a lady shouldn't have to die because we were trying to do something like that.
I wish she would not have harassed the officer and try to run him over.
I don't think the room for those situations should be able to even be a thought. So how does ICE prevent things like this from happening? How do they conduct what they need to do without disturbing anybody else? You understand what I mean? Without potentially having loss of life, and how do they legally do it?
Well,
Because
they're legally doing their job, but it's people, it's bystanders, it's
interrupting
citizens
us?
that have bought into this leftist propaganda that says these people are illegal, they shouldn't be able to round up illegal immigrants and criminals, so you can go and stop them. You do not mess with men with guns. You do not mess with law enforcement. We don't have as much power as these ICE agents do. They have a job to do, and these people also have families. They don't want to die when they go to work. They're prepared to, because that's part of it. That's part of the job. You're putting yourself in dangerous situations. But these people want to keep Americans safe. The safety of Americans is of utmost priority to President Trump and to his administration. Americans come first, and people from outside the country that were not born in America have the opportunity to come here legally the right way. We both agree that that's the right way to do it, and then become a citizen.
This was actually interesting to watch every moment of it. From the first lady who she actually talked to, who called Trump a racist, who can't even bring out one example that Trump was actually a racist. She can't even bring out an example. She can't even say something racist that Trump said. She can't even make one statement that Trump said that was racist. She was unable to make one statement. It's terrible for people who make accusations like that or claims, whereas you can't even defend it. There are a lot of liberals who are like that. And it's crazy and absurd to hear such people speak about something they know nothing of. You understand? So when I was seeing her talking, she hates ICE. If you hate ICE so much, who do you expect to do the job? To get rid of illegal aliens? To get rid of this criminals she made mention of who raped, murdered people? Who do you expect to do this job? ICE is a law enforcement agency. These guys are doing their job. Their job is to get rid of illegal aliens. The issue we're having in America now is that liberals, I won't say all liberals, but crazy liberals, are interrupting ICE. They are interrupting ICE. Some of them are blowing whistle. So illegal aliens will be able to hide or run. These are the problem we are having. What is the job of ICE? It's just like you saying a police officer right now. His job is to make sure that there's peace and order and no destruction of properties. So he's doing his job. So now this is ICE. Their job too is to get rid of illegal aliens, people who came into the country illegally, undocumentedly, or also immigrants who have overstayed their visa. This is the job of ICE. Do you understand? So when they are about to do their job and you are interrupting their job, it causes violence. You don't play with a man with a gun. Some of these illegal aliens, they don't know how to speak English. They don't want to learn how to speak English. They are doing some jobs. They're not paying taxes. Some of them are also shoplifting, committing different sort of crime. And I see crazy liberals still supporting them. No, it should not be so. The first thing they did by coming to another mass country was committing a crime. If you are in this country illegally, you've committed a crime. Everyone knows that. Any country you go to and you cross that border without due process, you're a criminal. Do you understand? If you smuggle your way or sneak your way into the country without due process, you're a criminal. It's terrible. The system have no record of you. Do you understand? So it's serious that these people should allow ICE to do their job. And they keep on blaming Trump. But Obama deported 3 million illegal aliens from America. 3. I didn't hear anyone, or I didn't see anyone coming out to protest against Obama. But when it has to do with Trump, the entire America will stand because they're against them. They call him rapist. They call him fascist. They call him Nazi. A lot of words they blame the man. They call him. Like, I don't know why they hate him that much. But the man wants the best for America. Put America first. That is his mission. To put America first. Do you understand? So, when it comes to ICE, I fully 100% support Donald Trump. It's not everything he does I support him. But when it comes to ICE, I support him fully. Do you understand? Because these illegal aliens are depriving other citizens for some certain jobs they ought to have. I know they're coming from different backgrounds and stuff. I understand that. But at the same time, if you are to come into another man's country without documentation, it's best you stay in your hometown and find other jobs to do. College is good, but some students who are in college are not smart at all. Like that first lady who was bringing race into this conversation. This guy with the purple dress, he's more reasonable and, for me, more intellectual because he was very, very calm and open-minded too. Comment down below what you think about this video. Give us a thumbs up. Share this video to as many as you can. Subscribe to our channel, guys, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure you stay safe.